Imagine a forest after a wildfire. The ground is black, the trees are husks, the birds are gone. It looks like the end, but it's not. It's a new beginning. Nature has its own built-in repair manual, and disasters are often just the first chapter of recovery. This recovery follows a predictable pattern called succession. Think of it like a relay race for plants. First, the tough pioneer species, like grasses, take hold in the barren soil. As they live and die, they enrich the ground, passing the baton to larger shrubs and fast-growing trees. Finally, a stable, mature forest, a climax community, takes root. In Australia, fire is often the starting gun for this race. We see fire as a villain, but for the Australian bush, it's a reset button. Many native plants, like the banksia, have evolved a trait called pyrrhescence. They lock their seeds away in tough pods, and only the intense heat of a fire can unlock them. The fire clears the dense canopy, letting sunlight hit the forest floor, while the ash it leaves behind acts as a powerful natural fertilizer for the new seedlings. This cycle of boom and bust isn't limited to fire. In the outback, a decade can pass without rain. The land seems dead, but it's only sleeping. When a massive flood rushes down from the north, a desert transforms into a temporary inland sea. Millions of birds migrate from thousands of kilometers away to feast on an explosion of fish and shrimp. From the slow pressure of drought that filters for the strongest genes, to the crawl of continents over millions of years that turns a forest-dwelling kangaroo into a desert giant, change is the only constant. A healthy habitat isn't static. It's one that is constantly being disrupted and regrowing. It reminds us that resilience isn't about avoiding damage, but about the incredible, persistent power to begin again.